It is the 15th of February 2017 and Nathan Douglas Day is about to wake up. Nathan isn't working today, and he doesn't really have anything planned. He decides that today will be a day of being a grandma. Maybe he'll even finish the yellow ball of wool today. Then Emily sends him a message because she wants to get a box and go to the narrate market. She also wants to be in his YouTube show. Nathan gets out of bed and into some clothes. He then makes sure that he looks pretty and then clothes his head and feet too. Nathan chooses orange socks and then purple shoes because they are his favorite colors. Then he leaves his house and arrives at Emily's where she is waiting for him.
I know where I want to go to find a box that's cheap.
On the way to Empty Barker Central, Emily asks him a lot of questions.
Just the drone? You put moisturizer. Why isn't she like that? Where'd you get your camera from? Why do you park down the block? Where do you park when you work? Is that where all of the people park? Then you get free parking there.
Then they look for a box in Kmart. Nathan Douglas Day is not allowed to film in Kmart. Kmart doesn't have any boxes that Emily wants, so they go to Ned's. They look around at all of the weird things that Emily seems to want in her future house.
Why would you want soap preserves? That's the question.
Then they find the boxes. Once Emily has chosen the box that she wants, they leave for the narrate market. They arrive and look around. Nathan looks at the suits, but there are no interesting ones. Emily tries on some things that she likes the look of, and then they look at all the other stuff in the back rooms. Nathan finds a book and then buys it and Emily's stuff because she has no money after buying that box. They realize then that neither of them have eaten today, so they go to Jambo Sana for some bruschetta. They then eat the breakfast. After they have eaten and talked about future plans and other secretive things, Nathan takes Emily home.
How wrong she was. It's gonna be strange.
As soon as Nathan gets home himself, he sits in his armchair and knits some more. While he is knitting, he notices that it is very quiet because he forgot to put any music on. And then realized that he hasn't made the music that he promised for the show yet. And that he forgot to have a shower yesterday. Nathan addresses one of those problems by covering himself in water and then wiping it off again. Now his hair is very wet and he thinks that sitting outside in the warm air will sort that out. To avoid sunburn, Nathan sits himself in the shade and works on his scarf again. It is getting warmer and warmer in the sun, so Nathan gets himself a can of Kirk's Pasito. While he drinks it, the wind blows his scarf onto the ground, which makes him very upset. Once his hair is dry enough and his eyes are sore from the sunlight, he heads inside to his music creation corner. Nathan tries to focus on making some music, but it is too warm in there now that the sun has been hitting the house for a few hours, and he is getting frustrated with the software and his poor guitarmanship. Eventually he gives up and decides to see whether instant pad thai noodles are any good. He eats them while watching the next episode of The Ascent of Man. He gives the instant pad thai noodles a 3 out of 10. After finishing the noodles, he can feel himself falling asleep, so he gets some hot cross buns, hoping that the sugar from them will keep him up. That helps a bit, and then he tries knitting and watching the show at the same time. It's not an easy task. When the episode finishes, he continues knitting until he gets restless and heads to his parents' house for the internet. He hides in the lounge room at the front of the house and watches some other YouTube shows to get some inspiration for things he can try in the future. He stays there for quite a few hours until midnight is fast approaching and Nathan thinks he should probably go to bed seeing as he has work in the morning. Nathan drives home, takes off his clothes and gets into bed. Nathan realizes that apart from the morning with Emily, today will make a pretty boring episode, but real life is boring too, so his audience will have to deal with it. Good night, Nathan Douglas Day. Ha ha ha, I am a computerized voice, I don't make mistakes.